Hello fellow vegans, or soon to be ones. My name is Florian aka QG, and I have to be honest, I want you to subscribe to this channel. But you're probably asking yourself, why should I? That's a good but hard question. I already like you. This channel is all about moving veganism across the goal line. That's a weird goal, you might think, but you know what is truly weird? Our current food production. In essence, we produce food, meat, by using food, plants. This is extremely inefficient by itself, but trust me, it gets worse. It's not a secret that these mass killing machines that we've produced over the last couple of centuries are extremely hurting the planet and even contribute to our leading causes of death. But probably worst of all is that the second stage of food that we produce is a conscious, living, breathing being that really doesn't want to die for 5 seconds of our sensory pleasure. See, our food production wasn't always so f***ed up. We've constructed these systematic killing machines over the last couple centuries. In fact, for most of our human existence, we barely ate any meat at all. Me and the rapidly growing population of so-called vegans therefore think that our food production is worth changing. We think that food production deserves to be great again. So while most people are slaves to the status quo, we have no respect for it. We dream of a world where the future of our grandchildren, or granddogs if you're more of a dog person, is shining bright, not a vague uncertainty. We dream of a world where food is nurturing our body, not ripping it apart from the inside. We dream of a world where food is actual food, not limbs or organs from a conscious being. But here's the truth, dreams are worth nothing if you don't act on them. While I believe that our food production will be drastically changed over the next couple of years by governmental regulations and market changes, I think we should all help to speed up the process. But how do we do that? See, I think that one of the best ways to help is not standing in front of a steakhouse with signs called "meat is murder." Although to be precise, this can be effective and meat is actually murder. I believe that the best way of activism always starts by changing the person that we see in the mirror. And that's what I did. Let me explain where I come from. Originally, I come from my mama. What a revelation. But contrary to some of you, I got a head start in this life, in a negative sense. See, I came a couple of weeks too early on this planet and my impatience, as usual, wasn't really rewarded. Immediately after my birth, the doctor saw that something was wrong with this baby. But just how much was wrong? Enough so that they decided to present my parents 2 futures for their newborn son. Either your kid dies or spends the rest of his lifetime severely disabled. None of those options are very rosy in hindsight. Although I escaped death and disability within a hair's breadth as a kid, I didn't end up having much respect for the life of others. I ended up becoming a massive meat eater, and my grandfather was a hunter. I witnessed slaughter of pigs, cattle, and even rabbits as a young kid. And guess what? It didn't bother me at all. I thought that this was the circle of life until I've read a book called Eating Animals by Jonathan Safran Foer that changed everything. For the first time in my life really, I had to accept that what I'm eating, that what I'm doing on a daily basis is wrong. And this was hard to accept. I tried to forget everything. I said to myself, I'm neither a saint, a hippie, or a monk. This woo-woo plant-eating stuff is simply not for me. Yet after 2 weeks of constant battle in my head, I realized that it doesn't matter who I am or where I come from. What matters is that I contribute to suffering and death on a daily basis. And this is not right. I decided to ditch my animal food intake completely. And this was about 5 years ago. But to my disbelief, I wasn't falling apart. After 3 months on this diet, I was in the best shape of my life. People came up to me and asked me if I was taking steroids. Hint, I'm not and I wasn't. I ate plenty of tofu though. So after changing an integral part of my existence, my beliefs about food, I decided that life can be limitless. The only boundaries that we have are the ones that we set for ourselves. And physical laws. There's no escaping that. So I want to find out what is possible. My constant self-improvement led me to a manager of 5 fitness centers in my early 20s and now as a founder and coach of QualityGains.com. Over the years, I've helped vegans transform their bodies, eliminate confusion, and become better selves. And once they've been able to change their being in the mirror with me as a guiding light, they didn't need science anymore to explain how good veganism actually is. Their body and their life became that representation. People actively came up to them and asked questions about veganism. These fit vegans started to lead by example, and that made all the difference. This channel is aiming to help you become that positive leader. I want you to become a person that people look up to. I want you to have a body that makes meat eaters jealous. I want you to show everyone what vegans are capable of. Let's make food production great again by becoming a fit vegan. Guys, it is time to make quality gains. Subscribe to this channel now and let me guide you on your path. Until next time. The mission of this YouTube channel is to put veganism across the goal line. If you want to help us achieve that, like and subscribe to this channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Let's make food production great again.